Good morning, Engineer Paramedic Joseph Tamby here, San Bernardino County Fire. This is your public service announcement on November 13th, 2019. Today we're going to talk about residential structure fires and deaths related to them. We're going to talk about appropriate evacuation measures in your households or commercial occupants. And we're also going to talk about how to identify proper exits and egress in your household and throughout a commercial structure. First things first, I'm going to talk about residential structure fires and the importance of smoke detection. Smoke detectors have batteries, and you need to change your batteries every 6 months when you change the clocks back or forward. It's a great rule of thumb, and you'd be surprised how often smoke detectors save people's lives. Responding to structure fires. The building's on fire, put the fire out. We're doing an overhaul phase, and you'd be surprised smoke detectors are still going off in the house. So they do work, they do save lives. Second thing we're going to talk about is recommend the appropriate evacuation measures to take. So in your household, let's say you're a family with kids, it's important to discuss proper egress in your household. It's important to talk to them, little kids, your spouse, significant other, whatever it may be. Talk about stop, drop, and roll when there's a fire, if you're on fire. And also talk about egress in a building when certain parts of that building is on fire. So if you have a structure fire in your living room and your bedrooms where you sleep at night is in the back or rear of the structure, it's important to know how to get to that back door, because the front door will not be accessible if the living room is on fire and that's where your front door is located. And vice versa. If you have a kitchen fire and your back door is attached to your kitchen, it's important to know how to get through a hallway. It's important to know how to open windows. It's important to discuss door control. If there's a fire outside the bedroom, shut the door and prevent smoke and other toxins coming into that room along with oxygen. And give yourselves a chance of survival so we can respond and evacuate you from a window, door, and from the building. Identifying factors that affect decision making when determining exits. So I kind of touched on that with your family time and discussing proper egress throughout your home. It's also important to remember how to do this in a commercial occupant. If you're a manager or supervisor of your building, it's important to have proper evacuation drills. It's important to run those drills biannually every 6 months so people understand what the alarms sound like, what a fire alarm emergency is when it happens, so there's no chaos. There will be minor chaos, but it's okay. That's why it's important to drill and understand how to exit the building properly in an orderly fashion while fire crews and suppression crews are responding into the building to make a rescue, to put the fire out, whatever it may be. As a supervisor at a building, run your evacuation drills, talk to your employees, ask Q&As, get answers, get questions, whatever it may be. People are going to have questions on which way to go, how to do it, and in worst case scenario or best case scenario, call a fire engine out. Call a type 1 engine. We'll be happy to come out, go over evacuation drill with you, and we'll go from there. Families, talk to your loved ones and your kids. Have an evacuation drill at home and know your exits, know your proper egress through the building. And also always keep an eye on those batteries and those smoke detectors. Smoke detectors save lives. Thank you for listening. This is your public service announcement.